So I'm going to start a video here. I have converted a couple motorcycles to fully electric and I'm going to start documenting a little bit better, kind of listing what I got and how I'm doing it, kind of going through the process for some of my own notes and anybody trying to do something like this as well. So what I have here is a Gen 1 Busa. 2001, I found it on Facebook Marketplace. Motor was gone. The guy used it for a drag bike. This might be a problem, but he sent the forks off to get them chopped. So they're obviously very short. So I'm curious about my steering radius, how bad that's going to be. He did change out the trees, so I can lift them up a little bit, but we'll see how much room I'm really going to have there. Couple parts missing here, obviously minus the motor. I got to run brake lines and bleed the brakes. So my hub motor that I'm getting is a 12 kilowatt QS 260 70H. He also chopped the back here to get some weight reduction, but I have the original as well to see. I mean, if it works, I'll use it, but if not, I can switch it. So the dropout for the 260 is a little bit shorter, a little narrower than the original Busa wheel. So I got some aluminum blocks. I'm going to CNC these out once I get the wheel to make sure. I'll put them something like in here, one on each side. I might have to come out just a little bit. Just really have to see. I don't want to cut anything until I have the wheel so I can make it exact. I ordered 4 of them, so should be able to do that. In order to do something like this, I found it's much easier if you have the extensions. Here, I'll come over here and show you. So I converted this one. It's a 12 kilowatt hub motor as well. Obviously, it's only a 12 inch though versus the 17. With these extensions here, it's so much easier. You can take these out, put the wheel in, bolt it in, and then just slide it into the swing arm. Makes it so much easier than having to modify these arms on the swing arm. On this one, I had to do some modifications. The caliper didn't. I had to shave this down, CNC it, make it a little bit bigger. I also had to CNC these blocks a little bit, as the stem was a little bit thicker than what this allowed for. But I was able to pre-drill and tap these back in there to make sure that it's 100%, even as I can get it. But this one will do 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. And I'm giving this 72 volts, 500 line amps. As where the Busa, I'm going to be giving it 104 volts at about 700 line amps. Obviously, there's a little bit of a weight difference here. This bike, though, it's a lot lighter than you would expect. I mean, the full aluminum frame. When I loaded this in, I literally just picked it up by myself, put it in the back of this truck. I mean, there was no weight to it at all. But that being said, my battery is going to weigh about 100 pounds. Like I said, it's a 96 nominal. It's 116 amp hour. I use pouch cells on this just for weight purposes. But 116 amp hour, I mean, I should be able to get some pretty good distance on this if I'm not just ripping it. But I'm going to have to, obviously the tack's going to come. Have to get full plastics for it. I got some rotors and stuff there. I think that's the back rotor, which I'm going to have to get a different one because the hub motor, it won't mount up the same. I got a tank for it just because I kind of have to have one for the seat to mount. I found an old dented beat tank on eBay. I think I spent like 80 bucks on it, something like that. No fuel pump, none of that stuff, completely empty. So here's the process. I also got, sorry, it's a little bit of a mess in here. This wheel, it was a chrome wheel. It was all chipped up and you could tell that the chrome was bubbling real bad. So I've already sanded this whole thing down. I'm in the etching stage now with primer, making sure I've used some adhesion promoter as well. I know chrome's really tricky to get paint to stick to. Trying to save as much money as I can on the things that aren't 100% necessary. If I can make this wheel look nice, obviously I need a new tire, so I wasn't too worried about getting paint on the tire. Yeah, a little heater. It's December here in Tennessee. So yeah, I'm etch primering it now, giving it an hour. I'll sand it down, cleaning it, just making it. I'm gonna do it a black gloss paint. I think it should turn out nice enough. I mean, these wheels are pretty hidden in those fairings on these Busas anyways, so as long as it's balanced and everything, I'm not too worried about it. But maybe later on down the road, once I get this functioning and moving, I will consider maybe a different wheel. But as of now, just main focus is getting it on the road, getting it moving. I've already got the bike titled, clean title, got it plated. So that shouldn't be an issue. That was my biggest thing I was worried about, because this bike was set up for drag racing. I mean, he had a title, everything looked good, but I wanted to make sure 100% I could title this thing before I spent money on it and did all this fabrication. So my battery is going to go in here. Like I said, it's 116 amp hour, 96 volts. It'll do, I think, 850 line. I'll probably just give this 700 to start with. I think that should definitely put me in the 0 to 60 in 3 seconds or less. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll keep updating as progress continues.